Let me go ahead and pause that here. Let's go back. Now, this person here is a grifter. Okay. Now, who is this? Dave Rubin attempts to red pill Bill Maher, goes horribly wrong. So Dave Rubin is one of those grifters. Dave Rubin is someone who is in it just to get paid. You know what I'm saying? He sees a couple of dollar signs. He sees what he needs to say, what he needs to believe to get that money. And once again, at the end of the day, hey, if that's all that you're trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? But is going to be met with some criticism. So let's take a look at this atrocity.
Red pill. You know, you people make me laugh.
Okay, so
as if you think
so is DeSantis,
that I would even entertain the idea of joining up with a social club that made Donald Trump its president. This twice divorced casino owner.
Right-wing grifter Dave Rubin tried to red pill Bill Maher on a recent episode of his Club Random podcast, but as you saw, it didn't go too well. Even for someone like Bill Maher, who is inherently reactionary, who has indeed shifted to the right, he still is not taking the bait. And I think that the reason why Bill Maher isn't...
And Bill Maher is an interesting character. Now, once again, I don't feel like Bill Maher is purposely being disingenuous with his points of views, and he's purposely trying to manipulate people. I think, just like a lot of us, there's some things on the right we do agree. There's some things on the left we do agree. Just so happen, I agree with more stuff on the left. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make me 100% solely a Democrat. Because trust me, some things that they doing that they say I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So I think Bill Maher, you know, just so happen he believes in a lot of stuff on the left and a lot of stuff on the right. You know, but I don't think he's being disingenuous like some of these grifters here.
Going so far as to embrace Donald Trump is because even if he has these reactionary tendencies and always had, to be clear, he isn't a grifter, right? Bill Maher has millions and millions of dollars, so he doesn't have to rely on the Trump movement specifically for money or to maintain a grift of any sort. He could just kind of express his reactionary ideals and attack the left and have that be the end of it. But with someone like Dave Rubin, he relies on the Trump movement for views and clicks.
Yep.
So he has to use Trump in order to grift, even if he might sometimes throw anti-Trump critics a bone here and there. But that's the difference between these two individuals. Now, I want to play the extended clip that led to that moment where Bill Maher had to kind of explain to Dave Rubin why there's no chance that he's going to join the Trump movement. But you are not ready for how cringeworthy this segment is. Take a look.
This is a very cool moment for me.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I know.
Okay, I don't care.
All right, fine.
I don't care how.
Come on, a little anal, Bill. Bill, come on. The shirt. It's the shirt.
Republican, you make the anal sex.
I'll fully red pill you. That's what we call it. When you're splayed out over the bed. That's what we call it, Maher.
Is that it?
Yeah. Because everyone's like, Bill Maher's almost there. What does he need to finally get over the hump? I know what it is, Bill.
Oh, I know what it is too, and it's not that. First of all, you got to break up with your boyfriend, Donald Trump.
Okay, so forget Trump. We don't even have to do politics if you don't want. But
no, but I'm just
Trump.
saying.
All right, so
you
DeSantis.
brought it up.
Yeah.
You brought it up.
Fair enough.
You brought it up.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
All right, so let's. Okay.
I red pill. You know, you people make me laugh.
Okay, so
as if you think
so is DeSantis,
that I would even entertain the idea of joining up with a social club that made Donald Trump its president.
That was painful to watch.
That was painful to watch. Like,
especially when Dave Rubin started to joke. Dave Rubin, comedian, by the way, started to joke about red pilling Bill Maher by dicking him. Now, listen, Dave Rubin.
Now, I wanted, you know, because this young man, what's his name? The Humanist Report. Yeah. He's gay himself, and he's going to explain that dialogue between him and Bill Maher a lot better than I can. It's just funny because I didn't catch it at first, but when he explained it, I'm like, why would you, in any manner, joke about analing the person you're talking to? Like, that's just weird. That's just a weird conversation to me.
To be fair, was put in an awkward position because Bill Maher was joking, also a comedian, about Dave Rubin wanting to get with him, wanting to fuck him or something like that. And as a gay man myself, I understand how awkward that is, but rather than going along with it, you have to stand up for yourself, Dave Rubin. But instead, he kind of embraced the meme and was like, oh, well, maybe a little bit of anal. When he said that, it was so cringeworthy that my skin crawled. I can't handle Dave Rubin. Listen, I was put in a similar situation when I was really young. I think I was like 23, 24. And I was out bowling, and a coworker had shown up with her husband, and he knew that I was gay. So when he was about to bowl, he was like ready. He stops right before he rolls the ball, and he turns around and looks at me and says, "Hey, you're not checking out my ass, are you?" And his wife just like burst out into laughter, was cackling. And that pissed me off because, how do I put this politely? This was somebody who was old and fat. It was a middle-aged man, not attractive. I was also in a committed relationship, so why would you think that? And I just said, don't flatter yourself. It wasn't a lot, but I stood up for myself. I didn't say, oh, that's how us gay people are. We're just always looking at every straight man's ass. It's a dumb joke for a comedian like Bill Maher to make, because are you looking at every single woman? Are you just attracted to every single woman on the planet because you're straight? Of course not. That's preposterous. So it's stupid to make this joke. It's a dumb joke if you're a comedian. But Dave Rubin, he never stands up for himself. We've seen time and again how the right will rip him to shreds. They'll critique his whole family, claim that he should be executed for having children with his husband, and he never stands up for himself. He only continues to grift and blames the left. So not surprising, his response there. Still deeply, deeply cringeworthy to hear him say, what about a little bit of anal, Bill Maher? It just, oh my God, as a gay man, I cannot handle it. Like, he's too much. His kids are going to be so embarrassed by him when they grow up. He can't not embarrass himself. This is as bad as when he was describing the process of how babies are made to his audience, when he announced that him and his husband were going to have kids, and they were talking about sperm, and he was like, talking about it. Oh, well, there's a lot of sperm. It's too much. Dave doesn't know how to rein it in. He's so cringeworthy. But anyways, here's more of their conversation about Donald Trump. This clip is really embarrassing from Dave Rubin's standpoint because Bill Maher is going to basically tell him that what he's saying is dumb. Take a look.
That's what people love about him. He's authentic in that. It's so funny.
Who would you say is more authentic, him or Joe Biden?
Him. Because
who's more authentic, him or Elizabeth Warren?
But authentic doesn't mean good.
No,
if you're authentically a crazy person,
but if
he's authentically a fucking moron and a crazy person.
But Bill,
yes, he is authentic.
I've never heard it explained that well. Like, I don't even know why I didn't come up with that, because a lot of people do praise Donald Trump for being authentic and being himself and not ashamed to say whatever crosses his mind. And Bill Maher say, if you're authentically an idiot, that doesn't mean anything. Like, if you're being a genuine idiot, you shouldn't be president. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have even a chance to get in that high of a position. But a lot of people just say, oh, Donald Trump is so authentic and he's being himself. It's like, yeah, he's being an idiot. And like, it's in the way that Dave Rubin tries to like, wait, hold on, I didn't mean it like that. It's hilarious to watch.
But authentic doesn't mean good.
No,
if you're authentically a crazy person,
but if
he's authentically a fucking moron and a crazy person.
But Bill,
yes, he is authentic.
In a world of liars, a little authenticity goes a long way. So
that's
that might
ridiculous. That's such a dumb thing. You know what? It's kind of like when people say, like, well, honesty is the most important thing in a relationship. No, it's not.
No.
Honesty's not the honesty will saved no relationships.
Would you say we're in a fog of bullshit right now? Everything with this,
the fact that he's authentic is not the most important thing. It's a nice thing.
No, I didn't say it was the most important thing.
Yeah, I kind of think you did.
No, it's something though. It's
something.
No,
but it doesn't matter if the authenticity is in the service of being a fucking moron.
But it was pretty good when he was president.
What was pretty good?
Well, we weren't in a recession. The border was a little bit better. We didn't have a crazy war in Ukraine.
Of course, we didn't have a crazy war in Ukraine because him and Putin are friends. Which, okay, take that as it is. But they're friends, and a recession. I believe the president before him kind of handled all the hard baggage in dealing with that, and the borders. I believe Obama sent more and had more control over, this quote unquote border than Donald Trump did. So it's like, what are you talking about?
Ukraine, like there were things. Come on, you have to admit. Like I get it. He also went after you personally.
That's
so
what
I
he wants
say it
to
on
say.
my show all the time.
Nothing to do with that.
No, but
that was only
no. But I will grant you that for sure.
Right.
Like
that doesn't bother me.
I grant it with Meghan also because he went after Meghan. Remember the bleeding for whatever. So it's like he went after you personally. If the president of the United States had ever said Dave Rubin, whatever he said about you,
he hasn't conceded the election. The last.
I have no defense of that. Completely no defense of that.
And what are we talking? Election.
Rubin, whatever he said about you,
he hasn't conceded the election. The last.
I have no defense of that. Completely no defense of that.
Then what are we talking about? Then the discussion is over because after that means nothing. If you can't concede the election, the jewel in our crown of America
is that we have peaceful transfer.
So many other countries had problems with the peaceful transfer. That's like the one that really trips everybody up.
Yeah.
And it didn't trip us up until him.
Ouch. That was brutal.
It's like, why? Like every point, every aspect that Bill Maher just made, like was beautiful.